Hi, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to talk about YouTube. And I know a lot of you may not have started YouTube, but I want to talk to you about YouTube and my journey to help you to look at this option. Look, I've been on YouTube for over 10 years now, and I've only just become monetized 2 months ago, and that was my choice because I really wasn't keeping focused. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't being consistent. And I think if you want to start a YouTube channel in 2025, you have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. Now, when I was doing YouTube many years ago, for example, well, even up to recently, I always saw it as it's hard work. And what I didn't realize was is that if I post consistently every day, just 20 minutes a day, for example, that I can actually get paid from YouTube, from the adverts that are placed on my particular ads, for example, on my YouTube. So what I want to say to you all is to get on YouTube now. YouTube is looking for new creators, they're looking for collaborations, they want to work with you, they want to help you to make money. And I also want to help you to make money as well by being on YouTube. Like I said, I've been paid, like, I know it doesn't seem like much, for example, but I was paid 100 pounds, for example, just over $100, that is. I was paid December, for example, 100 as well, and I really wasn't really pushing that hard. The thing I was doing was I was posting every day and I was being consistent, but it needs to be something that is relevant, that you enjoy doing. And if you really do talk about, because everyone is, it's like become the new trend now, okay? And I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity by posting on YouTube. You can even do a faceless channel. If you don't want to show your face, you can do that. But when you do a video, it needs to be about 20 minutes long, okay? You want it to really be enough to put adverts on, for example. Sorry, I'm just fixing my phone. And we really don't really have to be getting all dressed up and wearing a suit and looking really smart. When I'm doing my my lives and my business conversations, for example, then I will put on a suit, for example, or I may not. I might start just being myself and being natural rather than having to get dressed up all the time and to be looking this, you know, perfectly hair done and makeup and clothes, etc. Now look, YouTube is paying people out thousands of pounds a month. And I'm saying this to you because 2025 can be your year that you actually become a YouTuber, for example, and get paid relevant amount of money that's going to help you and your family, for example. Small YouTubers are doing really well right now, but they're being consistent. And YouTube is looking for more people like yourselves to talk about. You could talk about your work, not saying the name of the place that you work, but what it's like working, for example, in a particular profession, for example. What is your day like? Or you can talk about YouTube. Like me, for right now, I'm talking about YouTube. I started YouTube 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, for example, and it's been a slow race, really, okay? And you know, there were months where I got, like I said, I got monetized, and my first month check, I got 100 pounds, for example. Then my second month, December 2024, I got £100, for example. So but I really wasn't using the correct strategies because, it's new to me. For example, I know how to get appointments for my business, for example, and I get appointments for my business, which is great and wonderful. Don't get me wrong, but also there's YouTube, which is an additional income stream that you can get for your life, for example. And you don't have to discuss your personal business, your personal life, because a lot of people think they've got to talk about their personal business, and you don't. You can just talk about starting a YouTube channel like I am doing. I'm talking to you. I've been on YouTube for 10 years and I've started posting every single day. You would have noticed, some of you that are subscribers would have noticed that I'm posting every single day on my YouTube channel. I noticed though that when I don't post, then my numbers will go down. But really, what it's about the quality of what you're saying in the video. So you could post just once a week and even just be on there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes once a week, and then you can actually get paid for that. But what I would suggest to you is that you post every day. And if you can post every day for 20 minutes, or even while people are doing it, while they're in their car, driving to work, which I didn't even think about this, driving to work, talking about, I'm driving to work, I'm working as a cashier, or I'm working as a driver, I'm a bus driver, or I'm working as a delivery person, or I'm working, they're talking about their day in life in work, for example. That's one way, and that seems to be quite popular. The second one is talking about YouTube. YouTube is paying people really good money. When I say good money, they're paying people like 10,000 a month. They're paying 20,000 a month. Some people have even got 5,000 a week that they're getting paid from YouTube, for example. And how does it work? Well, you've got to check your analytics. You've got to keep in touch with your analytics, see what is working, and then that one video, you got to double down on it and just keep talking about the same content. You got to be repetitive. I didn't realize this, that I had to be repetitive. I was talking about one subject one day, another subject another day. Then the third day I'd talk about another subject, and fourth, another subject, fifth, another subject, sixth, another subject, seven, another subject, because I wanted to create an holistic thing. But at the end of the day, when you start your YouTube channel, just start with one subject. I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years, for example, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay? But what I will say to you, to start your YouTube channel, just to stick with one thing. So whether you're going to talk about your day in life at work, what it's like working as the position, occupation that you have, for example, or you can talk about your YouTube channel and where you're at the moment. At the moment, my YouTube channel is at just over 35,000, for example, subscribers. But what I also want to say is that I'm only not only because it is money at the end of the day, and I'm not going to refuse any kind of money that I'm getting from YouTube, because I know I've only just started 2 months ago, monetized, for example, because I had to sort out my watch hours. I then got the approval, for example. Then from there, what happened was I had to sort out my identification with Google, so they could verify me. Then I had to get a thing in the post so I can then get the code so I can put it in my YouTube channel. I had to do all of those things first before I became monetized. And what I want to say to you is it's well worth doing, because look, I've been doing this for 2 months and I've been paid £100 a month, for example. And I'll get my next check, because you get paid on the 21st of each month. And you don't have to have a fancy um, editing software. You don't need to edit. You just got to talk naturally like you would do to your friend. Like how I'm talking to you, I'm speaking to you to give you my take on YouTube so that you can also do the same, because you could do better than what I've done, for example. Like I said, I've only been doing this for 2 months. So what I want to achieve in, for January is that I get an increase, for example, because I'm talking about the right subject. YouTube are wanting you to push out content. It's like you're working really in YouTube, and I'm not saying give your job, because you should never do that. And what you do is you talk, and during your video, ads come on once, twice, or 3 times, for example, and that's how you get paid. And YouTube will get a percentage and you will get the other half. So it's like you get, it's like 50-50%, for example. Don't quote me on that, because I need to look at that properly. But YouTube is the way to go in 2025, to talk about YouTube so that they can push your content, so that you can, because then you get into the algorithms. And I'm learning this from these small YouTube channels. I'm not talking about the big gurus. I'm not talking about the Mr. Beast, or the big organizations that are doing really well. I'm not talking about like the Alex Amozis or the Layla Amozis, who are really brilliant. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about small YouTube channels, because I want to give you encouragement, because I am a small YouTube channel. Having 35,000 subscribers to me is not really that big, and I didn't, when I first started, I would say 2 years ago, I was at 1,000 subscribers. So it's taken me all this time to pump and keep doing videos to get to 35,000 subscribers. But all you need to get paid, to start getting paid from Google, from YouTube, for example, is you need 1,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 watched hours of your videos. So people need to watch your videos 4,000 watch hours, for example. And then you can become monetized, and then you can then do the steps that's needed in order for you to get paid. But you can start now by doing videos and just talking about YouTube, or you can talk about your day in life, going to work, for example, that you drive into work. What does it feel like? Maybe you're driving in the middle of the morning and it's dark, and you don't come home until it's dark again. What is it like for you? Maybe you're happy, you enjoy the work that you're doing, and that you're changing people's lives, and that you're helping, or maybe you're feeling tired and exhausted, and just talk about natural things, for example. But what I'm here to say is, let's do this YouTube channel. Let's create them, and let's get them going, and get the ads on there so that you can get paid, because you can then pay for things that you would struggle to pay for otherwise. So I would suggest you do that, because I'm seeing people that are on YouTube, and within a space of, and I'm not saying this happens with everybody, because it's not everybody, but it could be you that it happens to, for example, because you're using the correct strategy. And get on YouTube and just talk about, I've just started a YouTube channel, where you are, how do you feel about starting a YouTube channel, because a lot of people want to hear that. Listen, when I started my YouTube channel, it was scary. I felt very strange to talk to a camera, like I'm talking to this camera. When you haven't got anyone there, you just feel like you're talking to the air. Do you know what I mean? So it is a new thing. And then when I heard my voice, I was like, is that me? Do I sound like that? Do I look like that? You see it differently, but don't worry about that. It's your message. It's about what you're going to say to people that's going to help them. Now, you can be niche, and talk about, what you like to do. For example, it's not necessarily about your workplace, it's about what you like to do. Like, I'm a coach, I'm a business coach, so I can talk about, my day in life as a business coach. What do I normally do during the day? But what I'm really interested in right now is to help you to get money coming in as quickly as possible, and that is by you setting up a YouTube channel and talking about your, setting up your YouTube channel. What is it like? What's it been like? What does it feel like? Are you doing it from your mobile phone, for example? Are you doing it from a iPhone, for example? Because the iPhone has got like the 4K, so it's a high res. What I'm using now is from my desktop, so I'm using a camera, which is called OBS. Some of you may know of it, some of you may not. And the OBS has got like quite a high res on there as well. So when I'm talking, and I'm going to be talking a lot about YouTube daily, because I want to see my algorithms, I want to see how it changes, because not everyone wants to know about business, for example. So that's why I've been doing cooking and doing other things that interest people, to get them to come to my channel that wouldn't normally come to my channel. But what I want to say is, let's get a YouTube channel, because when I got paid from YouTube, I felt really excited. It was, I know it's only £100, for example, but twice, monthly, that you're getting that. That's wonderful, because you get a thing of what your income is, what you've earned so far for the month, for example. So you know where you stand, and you kind of know how much more you need to do, for example. But I would suggest to you that you do a video every day, for example. Even if you're in your car driving to work, you can talk. What's the traffic like? Or you're walking to work, for example. Or you're getting on a subway. What does that feel like? That type of thing. But I would really be look, I'm urging you all to get on YouTube. We know that there's the inflation, okay? So get on YouTube, so that YouTube can pay you, so that you can get extra things that you possibly would not have been able to buy, for example. People are buying cars, people are moving out, they're getting a rented accommodation, for example. There's lots of things that people are able to do with having a YouTube channel. But being consistent and being determined is the key to winning on YouTube, because then once they see you in the algorithm after 1 month, and you're posting consistently daily, or if you can do it daily, that's wonderful. If you can't, then if you're doing it once a week or twice a week, that's good, or 3 times a week, that is good as well. But it needs to also be things that people want to hear, things that people want to learn from. And doing a YouTube channel and talking about your journey from your YouTube channel is going to help. Look, when I started my YouTube over 10 years ago, I didn't even think about talking about how YouTube was for me starting out. And when I got my YouTube channel set up, I didn't even know what this YouTube was, but I knew I needed to go on there, and it was a free way for me to advertise for my business, for example. So that's the reason why I went on YouTube, because I had it for my business, and I wanted to be able to advertise my business, because I couldn't afford at the time, for example, I couldn't afford to pay for adverts. I really wasn't going on to Facebook. I was doing YouTube videos, and I was trying to say I'm going to do a TV show and things like that. I was talking about so many different things that I was like an octopus on YouTube talking about all these different things, but it was still to do with my business, for example. But YouTube isn't just for, or it's not just for my business. YouTube is for me to also look at making money from adverts, and YouTube will pay you for putting adverts onto your YouTube channel. Once you get monetized, you've got to be qualified to do that, because until you're qualified, they still will put adverts on your channel anyway, and that's fine, that's okay. But you can start seeing your numbers grow, your subscribers grow, for example, if you're providing the right content. And this is what I'm saying to you all, is to start your YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and start talking about YouTube. Because for me, like my 10-year journey, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I've only just the last 2 months made £100 a month over the last 2 consecutive months. And I know that now I'm going to be doing every day, which I'm doing videos every day anyway, and sometimes I'm doing 2, 3 videos, sometimes 4 videos a day regarding the business, for example, but also I'm doing shorts as well. But I wouldn't focus on that. I would, if you're starting out, start off simple and do a YouTube channel and talk about YouTube, how you want to grow your YouTube channel. Because for me, I was thinking, even now I'm like, why am I not getting much views? I've got 35,000 subscribers, but I'm not getting much views on YouTube. Daily views, for example, especially for the number of subscribers that I've got. I thought that I would be getting like 2,000 views a day, for example. So I'm now trying a different approach. I'm trying a different algorithm. I'm looking at what is working, what have I got the most views for, and then I'm going to create videos around that, for example. And like, I'm also going to be talking about YouTube. So if you're just starting, just talk about YouTube daily, or 2 or 3 times a week, for example, or talk about your day in life in the work that you do. Those are the 2 things that's working right now. And I'm getting this not from me, I'm getting it from those that have made good money on YouTube, for example. They seem to be in the States, for example, but there's also people in the UK as well making money as well from YouTube as well. But they're also doing it in a way that is interesting, that's going to help you to grow your channel. So let's work together, let's grow our channels together, and let's see what we can gain from going on to YouTube, because the advertisers need you. They need your content to put their adverts on, because a lot of big companies are now going onto YouTube to advertise, rather than, because sometimes other channels can be expensive to advertise, for example. So what is it do you think that you'll be able to do your YouTube channel with? What is it that you do work-wise that you think that, because you don't have to share your personal life, but what is it that you're doing that you can talk about work, whether it's good or whether it's bad, and how you're feeling, for example. Those are the type of things that you need to do. So let's get our YouTube channel set up. I'm not charging, just like these people, they're not charging. They want you to do well, for example, and I want you to do well, because I want you to be able to pay for things so that you can do the things that you love and be happy. And I believe right now that YouTube is creating this platform for people to create an additional income stream, and they're also doing what they enjoy doing, because it's good to talk. It's good to talk about how you're feeling. It's good to talk about how you can help people as well. So I'm telling you, just get onto YouTube if you haven't done it already. Get registered onto YouTube. If you don't know how, let me know so I can also do a training here on how to get on YouTube, which I'm going to do that anyway, because I think it's important for you to jump on this now, because when you just start out, it's going to take some months for you to get monetized. Don't get me wrong, some people have got monetized in like 80 days, things like that. But you got to be consistent. That's when you're posting daily. And sometimes, like one person, she was posting like 9 times a day, while she was in her car doing deliveries, for example. So, what is it that you can do here on YouTube? And I want you to grow. So, please do get on YouTube. Let's look at what the algorithms are doing, and then you double down on that, okay? Because sometimes we talk about random things and it's not going to resonate with people that are watching your videos. So think about things that you can talk about on YouTube without giving away your personal life details, but what is it that's going to help other people? Okay, so I hope that was helpful to you. Like I said, get yourself on YouTube because it is a great place to be. All right, take care. Thank you, everyone. Bye.